Within the next couple of months, I want to push my limits on the amount of weight that I can move. I say it with a grain of salt because I do like to lift heavy, but I also want to be controlled with my movements. So if I lift if I go for a PR or lift a certain weight that I know is in my top set range, I always have hesitancies because I know that I'm going to be pushed to the absolute limit on majority of these lifts, and I think getting to that point in the coming months is very vital, as I believe I want to say sometime around the fall I do want to incorporate more distance running and really building up my endurance for some races that I want to do next year. So right now, I would say that lifting would be the priority, and then towards the end of this year, and then going into 2023, I it it would be more focused towards running. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't go for anything heavy. It's just that I would really limit myself, dependent on how my body's feeling on that particular day or week. So, not to say that I might hit any PRs during that point in time later in the year and maybe next year, but uh, there will be I will be incorporating many different styles of training, if you will, and um, not really just focused on strength training per se. I think it's very important and beneficial for me to add variety into my training regimen. I do enjoy running and working out. I find that they both provide different types of stimulants, but they do require lots of energy to perform each action. So that's my outline for the rest of this year and also going into next year, as I do want to run another marathon, and I really want to test my limits on my PR. Right now, my marathon PR is right under 4 hours, and if I can shave that off by 10 minutes, I would be more than ecstatic. That would be 350, and that's something I want to revisit. Marathon training, so that will definitely be something really exciting going forward, and I'm excited to log these types of runs, and also want to incorporate more of my running video footage, as in previous episodes I haven't been recording my runs quite as much. So I think transition uh, will be very beneficial. Felt really good on my squats this week. I did the 315, getting more and more comfortable with 315. Previous sessions, I really had trouble with just doing one rep of 315. I'm just not used to the amount of weight on my back. Hopefully, the other accessory work that I incorporate helps me out in my lifts. I can only hope that the accessory lifts play some sort of benefiting factor in my squats. I know it helps to a certain extent, and that's the reason why I do all these accessory works. My workouts typically have been about an hour or so this week, just because I've been busy with other things lately that my time has been allocated elsewhere, and that's totally fine in my eyes, because as long as I have the consistency to come out every day, or at least as many days as possible, it really benefits my progress. Consistency will always outperform motivation. I think having a consistent schedule, consistent workout routine, and finding things that work for you is very important to overall progress and even mental health. I always take time during my workouts to be very, very appreciative of what I have and my ability to move my body. And I think it's a wonderful gift that we have that we normally take for granted. Just walking around the block, having both your arms, I think is a gift, and to take that for granted is a very sad thing. I have more of these thoughts when I go on a run. Oh, it's from the environment I'm in, or just that maybe run to have my mind and my thoughts race and just think to myself, play scenarios, and running provides some sort of therapy for me, and kind of allows me to appreciate what I have, and also like that life is just a beautiful thing. I mean, we come in this world not knowing anything, and by the end of it, you hope you learn as much as you can. And I hope in this journey that I learn as much as I possibly can to improve my mental health and also my physical. And anyone that wants to come along for the journey, I'm more than happy to share the progress and all the thoughts and feelings. Everything's not all sunshine and rainbows. there are ups and downs, and if we focus on the positive stuff in life, makes everything not so bad after all. So we went up to the 315 here, and then I did a kind of a back offset on the 275. I wanted to go for more on the 315, but I knew I did not have the grip strength at the time, so kind of just backed off there and just did a lower weight set. Here's my running splits. Looking pretty good here. I think it will be interesting to see how that fares towards the end of the year. That's it for this week. Catch you in the next one.